The purchase of Oculus Rift by Facebook for $2 billion should be illegal. What's up YouTube, this is Tech from Not Too Nerdy, and welcome back to another episode of Warframe Wednesday. Now, I only want to talk about one topic, and that topic is why the purchase of Oculus Rift by Facebook for $2 billion should be illegal. Now, if you guys think about it, you're thinking, why should it be illegal? Well, before I get into my main point, I want to say that, first of all, I don't think that it will be a complete failure with Facebook, okay? I think Facebook will do their thing, and maybe, they might leave Oculus Rift alone and let them continue to do what they're doing, and maybe Facebook is just the budget, maybe they're just the people that give you the money, and hopefully Oculus Rift does their thing, and Facebook just makes money off it at the end. Maybe. Or maybe they're gonna cram down their Facebook stuff into into the whole hardware, where the fact that you're gonna have to log in with Facebook, okay? And even if they don't do that, you better believe that they're gonna use the knowledge or whatever that you're looking at. They're gonna use everything and use it to market on your Facebook page or whatever. They're gonna find a way to make even more money with it. So for people to say that it's not going to happen, it's going to happen eventually. Facebook has been known to do that, and they're going to do that. Okay? Facebook will do that eventually. But I'm not here to talk about that. Also, what's this mean for virtual reality? Completely. I think that virtual reality might still do well because of Project Morpheus, because of Sony. This might actually be the best news for Sony, because so many people hate the fact that Facebook bought this, bought Oculus Rift. It might give them a reason to buy a PlayStation 4 for the virtual reality. This might actually work out great for Sony, because they might be the only ones that might focus on gaming, on hardcore gaming, which the gamers actually want. That might be a great thing. So I'm not here to talk about that either. I'm not here to talk about Facebook. In that sense, I'm not here to talk about that. The one thing I want to talk about is the fact that Facebook bought Oculus Rift for $2 billion should be illegal. And what I mean by this is this. A lot of people forget that Oculus Rift was a Kickstarter, okay? They had about 9,500 people, a little bit more than that actually backed them up for Kickstarter. They raised $2.5 million for Kickstarter. So this is a crowd-funded operation. People paid for them to get the support. Okay? You mean to tell me a company that was funded by people, that they said all this stuff to get money, then goes ahead and sells it to another company, sells something else before they even release the product, they go ahead and sell it? What about all the backers? What about all the people that actually put money into this? And I know everyone's saying, well, that's what happened at Kickstarter. Is it really supposed to happen like that? Is that what you could tell people for Kickstarter from now on? Because pretty much this whole thing right here, this whole deal, is going to kill Kickstarter as well. Kill Indiegogo. If people are going to start realizing that, wait a second, this is supposed to be the hope. This is supposed to be the big thing that people are waiting for. That finally they put money into something that might make a huge difference. And guess what? Once again, all the money you put into means nothing. Means nothing. It means absolutely zero, because what just happened right now is that these guys started out with $0. They started out with nothing, just an idea. And then people funded them money for their idea. Next thing you know, they create an object. They create a hardware. And next thing you know, a big company comes along and picks it up and gives them $2 billion. Now, it's not exactly $2 billion. I believe it's like $400 million cash, and then the rest is in Facebook stocks. But the point is, they get a net worth of $2 billion for something that was funded by people, for an idea that wasn't meant to go to a company like that. The whole idea of it was to go to indie developers, for people to create games for it in a certain way. So what did that do? Not only are people not completely interested in Oculus Rift anymore, it puts a bad taste in people's mouth about VR, virtual reality. I mean, unless Sony revives it, because Sony still has opportunity. I still think Sony might be this might be great news for Sony because now people are going to turn to Sony in hope that they're going to make something that focuses on gaming. That's what's going to happen. People are going to hope that Sony are going to be the answer to everything. But you realize how I think that should be illegal? How someone, you did not even fulfill your Kickstarter goals yet. You're supposed to release the product. You didn't fulfill the Kickstarter goals. Every single one of those people should get their monies back. Every single person should get their money back. Now that you got $2 billion, fine. Take all the money that you owe, the 2.5, and hand it back to those people. That's what I think. Every single person in one of those backers should get their money back. And that's why a lot of them went onto the site to complain about it. And I don't blame them. I do not blame them. And there's something else that I haven't said in a while. I've been trying to develop an indie game for, people know about this on my channel already, but the fact that they do not know is that I was actually thinking about putting this on the Oculus Rift. And now I'm like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to go with Facebook. There's no way I'm going with Facebook. I'm not the only developer who thinks that. I know a lot of other developers feel the same way. There's no way I'm going to Facebook. No way. I don't trust Facebook. I know the way they market things. They will seriously find ways to track what you're doing. And I'm not saying the whole government, I could care less about that. I'm saying to use it for little pop-ups and use it for advertisements. That's annoying to me. If you're paying for something, now they're still going to advertise things? I do not want that. Sorry, I don't. Will Facebook do good things with it? Maybe. I think they might find a way to use social experience, But if you're talking about gaming, do not think for 1 second that it's gonna be a great thing for gaming. I'm sorry. I'll be shocked if Facebook steps back and lets Oculus Rift do their thing. They're saying that now, but there's no way later on they're gonna do that. I'm sorry to say. I just don't see it happen. I see somehow, some way, Facebook's gonna integrate their Facebook page, their products, to this device. And you can't tell me they won't. You just can't. Whether it is they're actually making you log into your Facebook page so it tracks what you're doing, stuff like that, or, like I said, they're going to see what you're doing, and then later on when you go back to Facebook or you go back to something that you use that's theirs, it's going to start marketing for you. It's going to send marketers, the advertisers, towards your direction because they're going to see what you like to do, and they're going to send those advertisers straight to you. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. But like I said, the main point of this video is talking about the Oculus Rift, the team that developed this. Okay? They're the ones that should be ashamed of themselves. It should frankly be illegal. Because if they don't return that money, it should be illegal. I completely feel that way. I know that everyone said, oh, well, pretty much when you have a Kickstarter, you're not guaranteed anything and you're just putting money out there. No. The way I understand Kickstarter works is it says everywhere that if they don't fulfill the requirement, then you shouldn't get charged. So the fact that they're not fulfilling their requirement because they're selling it to someone else and it's not them no longer doing it. Now it's another company that owns it. So to me, do you think that other people are going to try this now? You don't think other people are going to go onto Kickstarter to try to get an idea to get people to pay for it, and then once the idea gets big enough where they make it look pretty decent, they're going to sell it to a bigger company? You don't think other people are going to try this? Do you understand how no one will trust Kickstarter anymore? This was the big thing for Kickstarter. This was the thing that was going to be like, wow, the people actually created this project by funding this project. And now all of a sudden, all those people that did that, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing to those people. It means a lot to the people, the creative team. Do I blame Oculus Rift team? In a way? No. I mean, if someone walked up to you and said you get $2 billion, wouldn't you take it? Do I really blame them? No. But should they be ashamed of themselves? Yes. They really should. And quite frankly, it should be legal. And if they don't return all that money to all the backers, I honestly think that, I would be pissed. I would offer the money back to every backer. Every single one. And if they choose to keep the developer kit, then fine. You don't have to give the money back to them, but you should give them the option. because this right here was funded by these people. And this wasn't part of the idea. This was not part of the idea to make Facebook own it. Because if they could do it with Facebook, why did they need the people? They needed the people, you get it, so that they could make companies like Facebook be attracted to it to buy it. So that's the way I feel about that. And that's why I'm going to stick to what I said, that I really frankly feel that it should be illegal. Now, theoretically, is it illegal? I don't know. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I don't think there's anything that's stopping people from doing that at Kickstarter. You can literally take the money and run a Kickstarter and there's no consequences whatsoever. Same thing Indiegogo. There's no consequences for these people. There's none. But you know what that does? That kills someone that might actually have an innovative idea. That they actually go to Kickstarter because they actually do need help. That they do need people to fund it. So that they don't sell it later. They go with their idea because they have the money that's backed up. If you're running short on money, you let people know. You find other investors. But you do not sell the company completely until you fulfill the job. And if you sell the company completely and you get the money back, you return it to the people that backed you up on it. That's the only right thing to do. So if you're going to say it shouldn't be illegal, well, definitely that's the morally right thing to do. And I just want to know what you guys think about this. How do you guys feel about this whole deal? I'm talking about everything, not just the part that I talked about the way it should be illegal and it's screwed up. I mean, in the sense of, do you think it'll actually work? Do you think Facebook's going to do the right thing? Do you think Facebook's actually going to help them? Or do you think that Facebook is going to pretty much tear this whole VR thing down? Also, what do you guys think about Project Morpheus? Do you think that this could have been the best thing for Project Morpheus? Because I personally think so. I think that this might help Sony a lot, because now a lot of people are really upset with the Oculus Rift. A lot. And people might just get Project Morpheus just to spite the Rift. Just out of spite, they might get Project Morpheus, which means they will buy a PS4, which means more sales for Sony, which means good news for Sony. So that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about. I know it sounded like I was raging there, but like I said, I had a little personal beef there because I was, planning to do it. I have a development kit now that was on the way. The dev kit 2, I already got it. I already got it ordered. They're sending it to me. Now all of a sudden, I don't want it. And I'm sincere. As soon as I get it here, I'm not even going to unbox it. I'm going to send it right back to them. I don't want the dev kit no more. I don't want the development kit for Oculus Rift. I'm just going to wait till there's a dev kit that I'm allowed to get for Project Morpheus. I'm going to try to develop my game for Sony. And I'm being dead honest. I do not want to be part of this Facebook integration. It might be great. It might be the greatest thing ever for people. But I'm telling you right now, for a person that's trying to, jump into this indie scene, you do not want to deal with companies like Facebook, because they do not. You might as well deal with a big time producer or something like that. A big time production team, because that's what it is. You can't do stuff. You can't do business with companies like that. But that's my personal opinion. I'm not the only one who thought so. The indie developer, or not indie anymore, but the Minecraft developer, he felt the same way. He said right away he's not making a game for Oculus Rift. So this is exactly what you do not want. So that's the way I feel about it. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and definitely comment down below. Also follow me on Twitter too, because I've been doing a lot of live streams for Twitch. So I'll let you guys know exactly when I'm live streaming on Twitter. And yeah, that's it. So this is Hector from Not So Nerdy. I'm out. See you guys.